Everyone said you can't build a $200 billion empire on peace. Someone just did it anyway. While traditional development approaches struggle to deliver real change, Dr. Rashid Osman and World Peace Development Holdings have created something entirely different. They call it the Peaceism ecosystem, and it's turning everything we know about mega-scale development upside down. In Laos, they've just signed the largest foreign investment agreement in the country's history. Over $200 billion dedicated to transforming an entire nation's economy. But here's what makes this revolutionary. Instead of extracting resources, they're building integrated systems. Renewable energy, healthcare, education, industrial zones, all connected through what they call peace-driven development. The Lao Prime Minister called it transformative. International observers say it could become the model for sustainable growth in emerging economies. This isn't just about one country, it's about proving that peace, prosperity, and massive infrastructure can work together at unprecedented scale. World Peace Development Holdings builds mega-scale, peace-driven ecosystems with governments and private partners. The approach aligns infrastructure, industry, and social services to create jobs and resilience. At the center is people access to work, food, healthcare, education, housing, justice, and safety. Peace isn't abstract, it's dignity, protection, and equal opportunity. Join the Peaceism ecosystem. Learn, partner, and co-build the blueprint for sustainable prosperity. The Peaceism ecosystem is an operating system for national development. It coordinates governments, private partners, and communities in one integrated frame. Employment. Large-scale jobs and skills pipelines power long-term growth. Food. Regenerative agriculture and smart logistics for secure supply. Healthcare. Universal access and preventive care systems. Education. Lifelong upskilling for an adaptive workforce. Housing. Affordable, resilient, community-centric design. Justice. Transparent governance and rights protections. Safety, conflict resolution, disaster readiness, and cybersecurity. Peacecoin is the digital rail for transparent value distribution. It's not an investment contract. Coins are allocated based on human existence and community effort. Assets and decisions are recorded for auditability and public trust. A trustee model guides decisions with clear accountability. Community voice shapes priorities and surfaces local solutions. Design is community-centric solutions built with, not for, people. Capital grows alongside forests, skills, and incomes, not at their expense. Economic security links healthcare, education, income, shelter, food, and connection. A free global series activates collaboration from jobs and food to justice and resilience. The narrative is peace-first unity of humankind, dignity without borders, because all mankind is from one family. Opportunity must be universal. Stakeholders call the Laos Partnership a transformative step for long-term growth. Observers say it could model diversified, climate-ready development. This is implementation, not optics projects, delivering measurable change. Leaders and builders join, sponsor, speak, and co-implement the next Peaceism corridors. Next, how projects sequence to create lasting jobs, resilient cities, and shared prosperity. Phase 1 strengthens energy and logistics. Phase 2 scales industry and housing. Phase 3 expands social services. Reliable power unlocks factories, hospitals, and classrooms. Renewables lower costs and build energy independence. Freight corridors and smart customs accelerate exports and reduce waste. Mobility connects workers to opportunities and markets to producers. Industrial parks anchor jobs. SME clusters localize value chains. Entrepreneur programs turn talent into enterprises. Healthcare capacity improves well-being and worker productivity. Education expands human capital and future skills. Affordable, climate-ready neighborhoods reduce displacement risk. Public safety and social connection strengthen peace. E-services cut friction and corruption, increasing trust. Justice systems emphasize fairness and reintegration. A new job raises an entire household. Digital tools stabilize income and reduce waste. Connectivity multiplies value across sectors. Peace thrives where everyone belongs. Basic needs are engineered into the plan.
Thanks to the Peace ecosystem, I found support and community, especially in healthcare. It's a game changer.
Blockchain opened doors to jobs and resources I never imagined. It's empowering.
Visit the Expo series, Partner on Corridors. Let's turn peace into prosperity. We build for those who come after us. Clean power fuels opportunity. Care for all protects dignity. Skills for tomorrow unlock prosperity. Peace is measurable when lives improve transparently and at scale. Leaders, innovators, and communities, your seat at the table is ready. Equity by design, not by chance. Employment, food, healthcare, housing, education, justice, safety. Humanity first. Love, peace, joy. Unity without prejudice or borders. From river valleys to smart cities, the future is being built. World Peace Development Holdings, building a sustainable future through the Peaceism ecosystem. Subscribe, share, and join the mission. Peace is a plan and a platform. Let's build it together.
Hey everyone. Today I want to talk to you about something truly transformative, Peaceism. It's more than just a concept, it's a movement, a way of life that seeks to bring about a profound change in our world. Imagine a world where compassion, generosity, and unity are the cornerstones of our existence. A world where every individual feels valued and every action contributes to the greater good. This is the vision that the Peaceism ecosystem is striving to bring to life. It's about creating a community where everyone works together towards common goals, fostering a sense of belonging and mutual respect. At the heart of Peaceism is a simple yet profound prayer. A prayer that transcends religious and cultural boundaries, uniting us in our shared humanity. This prayer reminds us that we are all descendants of Adam and Eve, connected by our shared humanity. It calls us to recognize our common origins and to treat each other with the love and respect that we all deserve. The Peaceism ecosystem embodies a vision of unity, justice, and shared prosperity. It's a vision where every profession, every role in society is valued and contributes to the well-being of all. It's a vision where empowers, nourishes, heals, shelters, enlightens, liberates, and protects. These are the 7 pillars that form the foundation of Peaceism, guiding us towards a more harmonious and just world. These 7 pillars are the foundation for the development of world peace through the Peaceism ecosystem. They represent the core values that we must uphold to create a better future for all. Imagine a world where no one is left behind, where every action sows seeds of harmony. A world where we all work together to protect our environment, support our communities, and ensure that future generations can thrive. The Peaceism coin is an integral part of this ecosystem, designed to lead us to a better life in this world and the hereafter. It's a tool that empowers us to make positive changes and support initiatives that align with the values of Peaceism. By embracing this vision, we rise above division, greed, and fear. We create a world where love and compassion are the driving forces behind our actions. Let compassion guide you, and allow every action to sow seeds of harmony. Together we can build a world where kindness and generosity are the norm, not the exception. Together, we can create a world where no one is left behind. A world where every person has the opportunity to live a fulfilling and meaningful life. May the spirit of Peaceism guide us, in our thoughts, our words, and our actions. Let it inspire us to be better, to do better, and to create a better world for all. Let us be instruments of peace, working together to create a world where justice flows like a river, and righteousness like a never-failing stream. Let us stand up for what is right and work tirelessly to bring about positive change. In moments of darkness, remind us of the light within us all. Let that light guide us through difficult times and help us find our way back to peace. In times of despair, renew our hope. Give us the strength to keep going even when the path ahead seems uncertain. And in the face of conflict, empower us to choose peace. Help us to resolve our differences with understanding and compassion. Together, let's make peace not just a dream but a living reality. Let's work hand in hand to build a world where peace is the norm, not the exception. Thank you for watching, and may peace prevail on earth now and forever. Amen. So be it. And so it is. Let's make this vision a reality for the sake of all beings everywhere. For the sake of all beings everywhere. Good food should be for everyone. It is a basic need like clean air and water, yet many people cannot get the healthy food they need to live well. In some places, fresh fruits and vegetables are hard to find or cost too much money. This problem is not an accident. It is the result of a food system that prioritizes profit over people. It leaves millions of families with empty plates or forces them to choose between paying for rent and buying nutritious food. This challenge, often called food insecurity, affects people from bustling cities to quiet country roads and is a problem of access and fairness. The first step on our path to a better food future is to change the rules of the game. We need governments to actively support the right to food for all citizens. This begins with smart public policies and dedicated funding that make healthy food more accessible and affordable. One powerful action is to increase funding for food assistance programs like the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. By making these benefits more generous and easier to access, families can choose nutritious options. Offer tax breaks and grants to grocery stores that open in underserved neighborhoods, so fresh food is never more than a short walk or bus ride away. Support small and mid-sized farmers to connect directly with schools, hospitals, and community centers. Farm-to-school programs give children healthy meals and teach them where food comes from. Invest in food hubs that aggregate, store, and distribute local products. Redirect funds from harmful industrial practices towards sustainable, local production. Create food policy councils to steer budgets to gardens, urban farms, and markets, and enforce antitrust and anti-waste goals to ensure fairness and efficiency. The second part of our solution is to bring food production back into our communities. Urban farms and community gardens grow fresh food where people live. Empty lots, rooftops, and unused public land can become productive spaces for fruits and vegetables. Cities can change zoning laws, provide water access, and offer small grants. When people grow food, they gain control over health and nutrition. Farmers markets link growers with eaters and deliver the freshest produce. Programs let customers use SNAP at markets, and Double Up initiatives match SNAP dollars, doubling the fresh food families take home. Community kitchens help people cook, share meals, and preserve seasonal produce. Mobile markets bring healthy staples to underserved blocks. As one organizer said, "When we started our garden, we weren't just growing kale, we were growing hope, connection, and community." The third piece is fixing the journey food takes, the supply chain. It includes producing, processing, and distributing. Today, too many food workers are underpaid. Farm workers, drivers, and clerks deserve living wages. A living wage covers food, housing, and healthcare. Choose fair trade and transparent companies. Support labor rights to organize, bargain, and work safely. Shorten supply chains to keep food fresh and value local producers. Institutions can commit to sourcing within 100 miles.
A co-op farmer said, "Now we work together, sell direct, get a fair price, and customers know their food."
In long chains, farmers may get 15 cents of a dollar. Short chains can return up to 85 cents. The path forward is already being built. Look to Detroit, Michigan. After closures, many areas became food deserts with few healthy options. Residents took action and built their own food system from the ground up. Now more than 1,400 gardens and farms produce hundreds of thousands of pounds of food each year. The Detroit Black Community Food Security Network runs D-Town Farm, 7 acres growing 30-plus crops. It provides food and education in sustainable agriculture and food justice. Access improved for thousands. Fewer residents travel over a mile for produce nearby. Zoning changes made urban farming legal on vacant lots. Partnerships with schools and foundations built capacity. Beyond nutrition, these spaces create jobs, community pride, and vibrant hubs. Detroit proves a 10-minute walk to fresh food is achievable, even in tough settings. Rural communities are innovating too. In Southwest Virginia's Appalachia, farmers and residents created Appalachian Sustainable Development, ASD. After industrial decline, small farms struggled and fresh food was scarce. ASD launched the Appalachian Harvest Food Hub. Over 60 farms bring produce to be washed, packed, and sold to grocers, universities, and hospitals. Together, they reach markets they couldn't access alone. Farmers sold over $10 million of produce through the hub, injecting income and preserving hundreds of acres. Over 2 million pounds reached hunger relief partners. They advanced sustainable methods and heritage. Appalachia shows local infrastructure and collaboration can revitalize a region. National policy can transform health, like the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act, 2010. It updated school meal standards for the first time in 15-plus years. More fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, less salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats. Studies show a 44% increase in the healthfulness of school lunches. Over 30 million children benefited, many from low-income families. Healthier school meals boost daily nutrition and energy. Districts sought healthier options, opening markets for local farms. Farm to School brings fresher food to students and supports local economies. Evidence-based policy can deliver measurable public health gains. Investing in children's nutrition invests in our nation's future. Policies that prioritize nutrition are not a cost. They are essential investments that build healthier kids, stronger communities, and a more just society. Imagine a future where every community can eat well. It is entirely within reach if we build it together. Neighborhoods defined by abundance, not absence. A healthy meal is a 10-minute walk away. With access, health improves. Diet diseases fall. Local economies strengthen as dollars circulate nearby. Communities gain food sovereignty and voice. Healthy soil and dignified work underpin a democratic food system. Detroit and Appalachia prove solutions work, built by everyday people. The path is clear. Now, it is up to all of us to walk it, to demand change, and build a world where an empty plate is a relic of the past. The journey to a world where everyone eats well begins with you. Do not wait for someone else to act. Your choices and your voice matter. Here are 3 simple, direct things you can do right now. First, support your local food system. Find a farmer's market and go regularly. Buy directly from farmers. Start a small garden. Even balcony pots count. Join a CSA and create demand for resilient, sustainable food. Second, advocate. Join or attend a food policy council. Write your officials. Ask for stronger SNAP, farm to school, and investment in local food infrastructure. Your voice is powerful. Third, get involved. Volunteer at food banks, gardens, and mobile markets. Support businesses that pay a living wage and respect workers. Start today. Your actions, no matter how small, build the better food future we all deserve.
Today our farms are at a crossroads, a moment of decision. For generations, we have been told farming is a war against nature. We were taught to use bigger machines, stronger chemicals, more powerful fertilizers. This industrial approach treated the land like a factory floor. We plowed deeper, sprayed more, pushed the land harder and harder. That gave us cheap food for a time. But it came at a great cost. The soil is tired, broken, losing its life. It cannot hold water when rains come, or give it back under the hot sun. It blows away in wind and washes into rivers, taking topsoil with it. Food from depleted ground lacks nutrients and flavor. This problem hits our health and our future. We have been farming to subtract, to take more than we give. It is time for a new way. So, what is this idea of sustainable and regenerative farming? Let's keep it simple. Sustainable farming means we can keep doing it for a long time without wearing things out. It means we are not depleting our resources for our children and grandchildren. Regenerative farming takes it a step further. It is not just about sustaining. It is about making things better, actively healing and improving the land. Each year, the soil gets deeper, the water gets cleaner, the farm becomes more full of life than the year before. The heart of this movement is soil health. Think of soil not as dirt, but as a living, breathing community. A single handful of healthy soil contains more living organisms than there are people on this planet. Bacteria, fungi, earthworms, countless other tiny creatures. These critters are the farm's unpaid workforce. They break down organic matter. They turn old plants and manure into rich nutrients that feed new crops. They create tunnels and pathways. Those allow air and water to penetrate the ground. Harsh chemicals and aggressive tillage destroy this community. Regenerative farming is about fostering this life. It is not a single, rigid recipe. It is a toolbox of principles that mimic nature. Keep the soil covered at all times. Minimize soil disturbance. Maximize crop diversity. Keep living roots in the ground as long as possible. Integrate animals back onto the land. Each practice supports the others. Cover crops protect the soil. Reducing tillage preserves the soil structure built by roots. Benefits ripple out from the soil. Healthy soil can absorb and hold huge amounts of water. More resilient to droughts. More resilient to floods. Healthy soil sequesters carbon from the atmosphere. It produces more nutrient-dense food. It creates habitat for birds. It creates habitat for pollinators. It creates habitat for beneficial insects. It can make farms more profitable by reducing expensive inputs. Good for the planet. Good for people. Good for the farmer's wallet. This essay will show the path. We will explore real, common-sense practices, bringing dead dirt back to life. Not lab theories. Real farmers doing this now. We will look at how to protect the soil, how to build fertility naturally, how to create a thriving farm ecosystem. This is a message of hope. We do not have to accept degraded land and tasteless food. We can choose to be healers of the land. One farm, one garden, one backyard at a time. Let's get started. One of the most powerful tools in the regenerative farmer's toolbox is the cover crop. Nature does not like to be naked. If you leave ground bare, weeds quickly move in. Cover crops let the farmer choose what covers that soil. These crops are not planted for harvest, but for the benefit of the soil itself. Often planted in fall after the cash crop is harvested, or interseeded during the growing season. Think of them as a living blanket or armor for the soil. First, it protects the soil from the elements. Leaves shield the ground from pounding raindrops. Bare soil crusts and washes away. Roots hold soil in place, preventing erosion from wind and water. In summer, the canopy keeps soil cool and moist, creating perfect conditions for beneficial life. Without cover, the sun bakes the ground. Cover crops are ultimate soil builders. Roots create deep channels. These channels break compaction so air and water move freely. When terminated, roots decay in place, feeding earthworms and microbes. A farmer I know in the Midwest started using a cocktail mix of cover crops, a blend of grasses, legumes, and brassicas. After just a few years, his fields changed dramatically. The soil went from being hard and pale to dark, soft, and crumbly. During a dry summer, his corn stayed green and healthy, while his neighbors' crops wilted. Why? His soil, after years of cover cropping, acted like a giant sponge, holding every drop of rain. He was no longer just growing corn. He was growing soil, and the soil was growing his corn for him. It's really that simple. For decades, the moldboard plow has been the iconic symbol of farming. We were taught we had to turn the soil over completely, to bust it up, and create a clean seedbed. Intensive tillage is one of the most destructive things we can do to the soil. Imagine taking a thriving city and turning it upside down with an earthquake every year. That is what deep plowing does to the soil ecosystem. It shatters delicate fungal networks, exposes protected organic matter to be burned off as carbon dioxide, and kills earthworms and other beneficial creatures. Reduced tillage or no-till is a radical shift in thinking. Disturb the soil as little as possible. Cut a narrow slit, drop in seed and fertilizer, then close it. The rest of the surface stays protected by residue or cover crop. Respect the home you built for life in your soil. Keep structure intact so it can breathe and drink. The benefits of letting soil rest are profound and immediate. One small family farm in Pennsylvania switched to no-till vegetables. At first, they were nervous. It went against everything they had been taught. After one season, their soil was softer and held moisture longer. Fewer weeds. Old weed seeds stayed buried. Over years, organic matter steadily climbed. Less fuel used, less time on the planter, and soil health improved year after year. They learned the best thing they could do was often to do less. So, let the soil rest. Compost is the great recycler, It is nature's way of turning death back into life. Anything once alive can be transformed into rich, dark, earthy material, black gold. Not a chemical fertilizer, but a living amendment that inoculates your soil. Balance greens and browns. Keep it moist, give it air. Microbes do the rest. Greens are nitrogen-rich. Fresh clippings, kitchen scraps, manure. Browns are carbon-rich. Dry leaves, straw, wood chips. Layer them, moisten like a wrung-out sponge, turn occasionally. Microbes heat and break it down. In months, you have a powerhouse of nutrients and biology. Applying compost rapidly improves soil structure. Aggregates form, creating a spongy texture full of pores. Compost-rich soil holds many times its weight in water. Slow release feeds plants steadily all season. A city garden struggled with hard clay and low yields. They launched a community compost program. Residents brought scraps. The city provided chips. After a season, they spread finished compost. The change was like night and day. Soil became dark and workable. Vegetables grew larger with vibrant color. Pride and healthy food for the whole neighborhood. Nature abhors a monoculture. You never find one plant for hundreds of acres in nature. Nature is a tapestry of species working together. Vast fields of one crop are fragile systems, an open invitation for pests and diseases. Regenerative farming embraces diversity, rotation, and polycultures. Mimicking nature builds stronger, healthier, more productive farms. Rotation. Do not plant the same crop in the same place each year. Follow a planned sequence: 1 year corn, then soybeans, then alfalfa. This breaks pest and disease cycles. It varies nutrient demand and explores new soil layers. Polycultures grow multiple plants together. Onions between carrots to confuse pests. A layered system where plants support one another. Corn gives a trellis. Beans fix nitrogen. Squash shades soil and suppresses weeds. Flower strips feed an army of helpers. In the industrial model, we separated plants and animals. We grow crops in one state, raise animals in another. This broke a fundamental cycle of nature. In healthy ecosystems, animals and plants work together. Animals graze plants. Manure fertilizes soil to grow more plants. Regenerative farming restores this partnership. Integrating livestock builds fertility, manages land, and increases profitability. Not the old way of leaving cows all season, which overgrazes and compacts the soil. Use portable electric fencing. Move animals frequently. Graze intensely for a short period, then move. Give long rest to recover. Mob grazing mimics bison herds. Plants send deeper roots. Trampling and manure feed soil life. Nutrients are evenly distributed. Topsoil and organic matter build rapidly. A Virginia rancher transformed worn-out pastures. He sold heavy machinery, invested in fencing and water, and began moving cattle every single day. Within a few years, his land was unrecognizable. Bare ground became lush, diverse grasses. Streams ran clear as spongy soil absorbed rain. Healthier animals with fewer inputs. His land began sequestering tons of carbon. Managed properly, cows can heal the land. For too long, we saw trees as the enemy of the farm. A profound mistake. Trees are stabilizing, valuable elements. Integrate trees with crops or livestock. A multi-layered, resilient system. Put trees on your team to work for you. Deep roots lift and share resources. Shade cools ground and relieves livestock. Windbreaks protect and conserve moisture. Trees are habitat powerhouses that also help with pest control. Food and shelter for pollinators and allies. Trees can be income. Plant fruit or nut rows in pastures or fields. Chestnuts, apples, hickories. Diversify income. Long-term harvests with annuals. Timber, firewood, even mushroom logs. A farmer in Missouri planted rows of honey locust and black locust. Trees spaced about 60 feet apart. Legumes that fix nitrogen. Light, dappled shade still supports grass. In fall, sweet pods feed cattle. He calls it tree hay. A 2-story system. Beef from the first floor, feed from the second. More drought resilient and more profitable than open pasture. We stand at a pivotal moment in the history of food and farming. The path of industrial agriculture, extraction and degradation, has led us to a dead end. We see it in depleted soils, polluted water, nutrient-deficient food. But this is not despair. It is opportunity. Regenerative principles offer a clear, hopeful, practical way forward. This is a call to action, to partner with nature and heal the land. The journey begins with a single step. You do not have to change everything overnight. Start small. Plant a cover crop on one field. Try rotational grazing on a small pasture. Build a compost pile. Observe the results. See how the soil responds, how life returns. The land will teach you. Share your successes and challenges with neighbors. This movement grows farmer to farmer as we rediscover nature's wisdom. For those not farming, your role is crucial. We vote with our forks, 3 times a day. Support farmers practicing regeneration. Ask how your food is grown. Ask about their soil. Buy directly from them. Your dollars invest in clean water, healthy soil, and a resilient community. Your choices send a powerful message. This is the promise of soil-to-table proof. Visible, delicious evidence that healing land makes better food and a better world. Hope in a handful of dark, living soil. Resilience in a pasture that stays green in drought. Flavor from compost-nourished gardens. We have knowledge, tools, and models for success. Now, all we need is the will to begin. Let us, get to work, rebuilding our soils, our farms, and our future.
Our world has a big growing problem. Literally. The number of people on our planet is climbing higher every single day, and all of those people need to eat. But here's the tricky part. We aren't getting any more Earth. The amount of land we have for farming is shrinking as cities expand. Roads, houses. It is a classic supply and demand issue, but the stakes are incredibly high. On top of the land crunch, our climate is changing. Droughts, floods, and extreme weather make farming even harder. Pests spread to new areas. Diseases move fast. Rain is uncertain. Old methods struggle. Watering everything, blanket fertilizer, and runoff waste resources, money, and food. We need a smarter way to grow. First up, let's talk about data. Data might sound technical, but it's really just information. And in farming, information is power. Smart farming gives a farm super senses, the ability to see, feel, and understand itself. Eyes in the sky and on the ground. Sensors read soil moisture and temperature like a plant's vital signs. They monitor nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, available to roots. From above, satellites capture detailed images that reveal stress invisible at ground level. Subtle color changes can flag drought stress or tiny pest attacks. It's like a complete health report for your entire farm, delivered to your screen. Instead of guessing, farmers know where to water, where to feed, and where to leave alone. Once data tells you what to do, the next step is to act, with automation. Automation uses machines and robots to work without a person there every second. Drones scout for weeds and disease far faster than walking the rows. Smart tractors steer to the inch, planting seeds at perfect depth and spacing. They place tiny doses of fertilizer exactly where needed. Robots gently pick delicate fruit, working day and night without fatigue. Instead of blanket spraying, small robots remove weeds mechanically or microdose chemicals. This slashes chemical use, protects the environment, saves money, and preserves healthy plants. Automation helps solve farm labor shortages during peak seasons. It doesn't replace the farmer. It frees them to manage the bigger picture. Now let's tie it together with the Internet of Things, IoT. Sensors in the soil, weather stations, drones in the air, robotic tractors on the ground, all connected. They form a single, intelligent network. A sensor detects dry soil and sends an automatic alert. The smart irrigation system turns on only that zone and delivers just the right amount of water. When moisture is back to perfect, the system shuts off automatically. From anywhere, farmers can check data, see live images, and start or stop equipment with a tap. If a storm approaches, schedules pause to prevent overwatering. IoT scales, from small family farms to vast operations, at your pace and budget. All this tech sounds amazing, but does it work? Across the world, the answer is a resounding yes. Smart, sensor-guided drip irrigation can cut water use by 30, 40, even more than 50%. Precise water and nutrients mean healthier, more productive crops. Data-driven fertilizer can raise yields by 10 to 25%. Smart greenhouses improve uniformity and use significantly less water and energy. One vineyard detected fungus early with sensors and drones, treated only affected vines, saved thousands, and protected nearby habitat. Camera-guided sprayers can reduce herbicide use by up to 90%. Less runoff protects streams, fish, and wildlife, and boosts farm profits. A small family-owned veggie farm faced inconsistent rain and rising water costs. With a modest budget, they installed simple soil moisture sensors and drip irrigation. Water delivered drop by drop, exactly where roots need it. Sensors told them precisely when and how much to water. No more guesswork. In the first season, they cut total water use by 40%, improving profitability immediately. Plants stayed unstressed, healthier, and more resilient to pests. Efficiency let them grow more in the same space. Yield per square meter went up. Customers noticed fresher, tastier vegetables. The farm's reputation grew. During a hot, dry summer, while others struggled, their smart patch thrived with fewer losses. They saved money, saved water, grew more food, and built a more resilient, successful business, starting small and solving their biggest problem first. Now zoom out to a massive grain farm that helps feed the world. They use satellite imagery and GPS-guided equipment to map every detail. Soil, slope, and past performance revealed dozens of unique management zones. Variable rate application matched seeds and nutrients to each zone's needs. Inputs dropped, costs fell, and excess nitrogen to waterways decreased dramatically. Even with less fertilizer, yields rose by about 12%. At this scale, 12% is a massive amount of food and a major bottom-line boost. Smart farming at scale makes a global impact. More food, less waste, healthier ecosystems. Feeling overwhelmed? You don't have to do everything at once. Start small. Buy one soil moisture sensor and place it in a known problem spot. Watch the data for a few weeks. See how moisture changes after irrigation and rain. Act on the data. Water when the sensor says it's time. You'll likely use less. Add low-cost satellite images or hire a drone service to spot crop stress. Try a little automation, like a timer on your pump. Track water use, costs, and yield. Compare before and after. Team up. Share tools and subscriptions. Tap local universities and extension programs. The most important thing is to start. One sensor, one step at a time. Big challenges, population growth, climate change, shrinking resources, can feel scary. Smart farming gives us a clear, hopeful path forward. It strengthens our food system. More efficient, more resilient. It's not about replacing farmers, but empowering them with better tools. Farmers gain higher yields, lower costs, and less backbreaking work. The environment benefits with water savings, reduced pollution, healthier soils, and more carbon stored. New low-cost tools and community sharing ensure small farms benefit as much as big ones. For everyone who eats, it means a more secure, stable food supply. The future of farming is bright, green, and very smart. Consider this. Today, farming is changing faster than ever before. New tools are appearing on the horizon. They promise to help farmers grow more food. They also promise to use less water, use less land, use less labor. These are not just ideas from a distant future. They are real tools being used today. The three most important technologies are artificial intelligence, AI, drones, Internet of Things, IoT. Together, they are creating a new model for agriculture. This model is often called smart farming, precision agriculture. It is a way of farming that is more exact and more efficient than ever before. The core idea is simple. Give farmers the right information at the right time. This new wave of technology matters deeply. Farmers everywhere face growing challenges. The weather is becoming more unpredictable. Good soil is a precious resource that must be protected. Clean water is a precious resource that must be protected. Finding skilled workers can be difficult and expensive. On top of all this, the world's population is growing, and everyone needs to eat. Technology offers a path forward. It provides ways to manage these challenges with data and precision, and fertilizer only where they are truly needed. This shift is not just about growing more, it is about growing better. However, talk is cheap. A new tool sounds exciting in a presentation. It looks impressive on a website. But for a farmer, the only thing that truly matters is proof. Does it work in a real field? Does it stand up to mud, to rain, to heat? Does it actually save money? Does it improve the crop? This essay is built on that idea. Proof in field. We will look beyond the hype. We will explore how these tools are working on real farms. We will examine the practical benefits and the real-world challenges. This is a deep dive into the real work of reinventing farming for the 21st century. The goal here is not to overwhelm you with technical details. Instead, the aim is to provide a clear and simple guide. We will break down each technology. We will explain what it is and how it helps. Section 2. The Digital Farmer's Toolkit. What are AI, drones, and IoT? To understand smart farming, we must first understand the tools. Think of them as a digital toolkit for the modern farmer. The three main tools are AI, drones, IoT. While each one is powerful on its own, they work best when used together. They create a system that allows a farmer to see, understand, act on the needs of the farm with incredible accuracy. Let's briefly introduce each one. They are the building blocks of a more resilient and productive agricultural system. These are not complicated concepts. They are just new ways of gathering and using information to make better decisions on the farm. First, we have artificial intelligence, or AI. You can think of AI as the brain of the operation. It is a type of computer software that can learn from data. On a farm, this data can be anything from weather patterns, soil nutrient levels, images of crops. The AI analyzes all this information to find patterns that a human might miss. It can predict which parts of a field are at risk for disease. It can suggest the perfect time to plant or harvest. AI turns massive amounts of raw data into simple, actionable advice for the farmer. It is like having an expert advisor available 24 hours a day. Next are the drones. Drones are the farmer's eyes in the sky. Finally, we have the Internet of Things, or IoT. This is the farm's nervous system. Artificial intelligence is perhaps the most transformative technology entering the farm gate. At its core, AI is about making predictions and decisions based on data. It is not a physical robot walking through the fields. It is powerful software that can live on a computer, a tablet, or even in the cloud. This software is fed enormous amounts of information. Historical weather data, soil analysis reports past yield records, images captured by drones, images captured by satellites. The AI system learns from this data. It identifies complex relationships between different factors that affect crop growth. It becomes smarter and more accurate over time. The true power of AI on the farm lies in its ability to provide specific, timely advice. For instance, an AI program can analyze thousands of leaf images to identify a specific disease or pest infestation at its earliest stage. It can then alert the farmer and recommend a precise treatment.
It might tell the farmer, there is a 5% chance of fungal blight in the northwest corner of field B. Consider a targeted spray.
This is a huge leap from traditional methods, which often rely on broad, preventative spraying or waiting until a problem is visible to the naked eye. AI helps farmers move from reacting to problems to proactively managing them. Let's consider a real-world field case. A small vegetable farm in California decided to test a simple AI application on a single plot of lettuce. The farmer used his smartphone to take pictures of the crop every few days. He uploaded these images to an AI service. The AI had been trained on millions of images of healthy and diseased lettuce plants. One afternoon, the app sent an alert. It had detected the very first signs of downy mildew on a few plants in one small section. He was able to treat that tiny area with an organic fungicide, stopping the disease before it could spread. For a small farm, the cost savings and crop protection were significant. The AI app cost a small monthly fee, far less than the value of the crop that would have been lost. This small trial proved the technology's value in a real field. To start with AI, a farmer does not need a huge budget. The best approach is to begin small. Use a single user-friendly mobile app focused on one specific task, like pest identification or irrigation scheduling. The key is to choose a tool that solves a real problem you face. The risk is low, and the potential for a quick, clear benefit is high, making it an ideal first step into smart farming. Section 4. Drones. The farmer's eyes in the sky drones have rapidly become one of the most visible symbols of modern agriculture. These unmanned aerial vehicles are far more than just flying cameras. They are sophisticated data-gathering tools that give farmers a perspective they have never had before. A drone can fly a pre-programmed route over hundreds of hectares, capturing high-resolution images. This process, known as crop scouting, used to take days of walking or driving through fields. A drone can complete the same task in under an hour. It provides a complete bird's-eye view that reveals patterns and problems that are impossible to see from the ground. The data captured by drones is incredibly rich, using special cameras that see in different light spectrums. Healthy, vibrant plants reflect light differently than stressed or diseased plants. These differences, often invisible to our eyes, show up clearly on a drone map. The map uses simple colors, like a weather map. Green areas show healthy growth. Yellow areas indicate a problem. Red areas indicate a problem. This allows the farmer to pinpoint exact locations that need attention, whether it's a lack of water, a nutrient deficiency, or a pest outbreak. A compelling proof-in-field case comes from a medium-sized rice farm in Southeast Asia. The farmer was struggling with uneven crop growth and high chemical costs. He decided to pilot a drone service for one growing season across a 50-hectare area. The drone flew over the rice paddies every 2 weeks. The maps it generated quickly revealed several small but intense patches of pest infestation. It also showed areas where nitrogen fertilizer was not being absorbed properly. Armed with this precise information, the farmer was able to use a targeted sprayer, applying chemicals only to the red zones on his map. The results were remarkable. By the end of the season, the farmer had reduced his overall chemical usage by nearly 40%. This saved him a significant amount of money and reduced the environmental impact of his farm. Furthermore, by addressing the nutrient issues early, the overall rice yield from the test area increased by over 10%. Getting started with drones can be straightforward. A farmer can begin by hiring a local drone service for a single field survey. If you want to buy your own, start with a simple, affordable consumer drone with a good camera to learn the basics of flying and capturing images before investing in more specialized agricultural models. The Internet of Things, or IoT, is the technology that gives a voice to the field itself. It is a network of small, rugged sensors that are placed in the soil, on the plants, or around the farm. These sensors act like tiny digital sentinels. They are constantly awake, measuring critical environmental data. A soil moisture sensor can tell you exactly how much water is available to a plant's roots. A weather station can track temperature, humidity, and rainfall with pinpoint accuracy. Other sensors can measure soil pH, nutrient levels, or even the amount of light a crop is receiving throughout the day. The magic of IoT is not just in the sensors themselves, but in how they are connected. Each sensor wirelessly transmits its data to a central hub or directly to the internet. From there, the information is sent to the farmer's smartphone, tablet, or computer. This means a farmer can get a live, real-time update from their fields at any time, from anywhere. Instead of guessing if it's time to irrigate, the farmer can look at a simple graph showing the precise moisture level in the soil. This transforms farming from a practice based on schedules and guesswork to one based on real-time, data-driven responsiveness. Consider the case of an orchard owner in a drought-prone region. The farmer was concerned about water conservation, but also needed to ensure his fruit trees received enough water to produce a quality harvest. Placing a few soil moisture sensors at different depths in the root zone of several trees. The sensors sent data to his phone every hour. He quickly learned that his traditional watering schedule was inefficient. He was often watering when the soil was already moist and waiting too long when it was truly dry. By switching to irrigating only when the sensors indicated a need, he made a huge change. The impact was clear and measurable. Over the course of a single growing season, the orchard's water consumption dropped by 30%. This represented a massive cost saving and a significant contribution to local water conservation efforts. Crucially, the trees remained perfectly healthy, and the fruit yield and quality were as good as ever. For farmers wanting to start with IoT, the path is simple. Purchase a starter kit with 2 or 3 soil moisture sensors. Place one in a typically dry part of a field and another in a wetter area. Monitor the data for a few weeks to understand the patterns and how they relate to what you see in the crop. A combined system creates a complete loop of information. Seeing, understanding, acting. This integrated approach allows for precision and automation impossible with any single technology. Imagine tools communicating with each other. Diagram, IoT sensor, drone, AI brain on a computer. Drones provide the big picture. AI provides the intelligence to connect it all. IoT sensors constantly monitor soil moisture and nutrient levels. They send an alert when an area becomes too dry. Alert to the farmer. Alert to the AI system. The AI automatically tasks a drone to fly over that area. The drone captures high-resolution multispectral images. The drone sends these images back to the AI for analysis. The AI processes all the information. It combines ground-level sensor data with the aerial view. It cross-references the weather forecast. It cross-references the farm's historical data. Based on the complete picture, the AI formulates a precise action plan. It might recommend irrigating Zone C3 for exactly 45 minutes. Or it could plan a spraying drone to microdose pesticides on affected plants.
Water stress detected in Zone C3. Recommend 45-minute irrigation. Approve.
Water use dropped 20%. Pesticide use dropped 35%. Corn yield rose 15% compared to control fields. All actions were automatically logged in the cloud. The digital record helped secure a bank loan and supported a sustainable farming certification. Adopting new technology is a significant decision for any farm. It is essential to have a clear-eyed view of not only the exciting benefits, but also the real costs and potential risks involved. The financial investment can vary widely. At the low end, a farmer can start with a few simple IoT sensors, or a subscription to an AI-powered mobile app for a modest monthly fee. A good quality entry-level camera drone can be a reasonable one-time purchase. These are low-risk ways to begin experimenting and learning. They show tangible benefit without large upfront capital outlay. On the other hand, full-scale integrated systems are a much larger investment. Professional-grade agricultural drones, especially sprayers, can be very expensive. A comprehensive network of dozens of IoT sensors across a large farm adds up. Sophisticated AI platforms with deep analytics come with higher subscription costs. Weigh these costs against potential benefits. Savings from reduced water use. Savings from reduced fertilizer use. Savings from reduced chemical use. Increased yields from healthier, precisely managed crops. Labor savings from automated scouting and spraying. Beyond finances, there are additional risks and limits. Sensors can break. Sensors can lose battery charge. Drones can crash due to pilot error or bad weather. AI is only as good as its data. Poor data gives poor recommendations. Data security and privacy are important concerns. Farmers must know who owns and uses their data. There's also a learning curve. These tools aren't magic wands. Farmers and staff need training to use and interpret them effectively. Getting started with farm technology does not have to be complicated or expensive. The most successful adoptions happen step by step. The goal is to learn and build confidence with each small success. Here is a simple, practical guide for any farmer looking to take their first step into this new world. The first and most important rule is to pick one small, manageable area for your trial. A single field. A specific block of an orchard. A few rows in a greenhouse. By isolating your test, you can easily compare results against a similar plot managed with traditional methods. Next, choose just one technology to start with. AI Drones IoT. Pick the tool that addresses your most pressing problem. If water is your biggest cost, start with a couple of soil moisture sensors. If you spend too much time scouting for pests, consider hiring a drone service for a one-time survey. If you struggle to identify diseases, try a free or low-cost AI identification app on your smartphone. Focus on mastering one tool for one full growing season. Keep detailed notes. Track your inputs. Track your labor hours. Track your final yield on the test plot versus the control plot. When you are ready to buy your first piece of equipment, do your homework. Read reviews from other farmers. Choose devices that are known for being durable, weather-resistant, easy to set up. For any tool that requires a battery, check the expected battery life and real-world performance. For connected devices, ask about the signal range. Whenever possible, look for products that offer a free trial period or a rental option. This lets you test the tool in your own environment before committing. Finally, do not go it alone. Seek out local resources that can help. Local Agricultural Extension Office Farmer Cooperative. They may already be running trials or have experts who can offer advice. They might also be aware of small grants or government programs to support tech adoption on farms. These organizations can help share costs, provide training, connect you with other farmers who are on the same journey. Learning together within a community lowers risk and accelerates learning for everyone involved. So, lean on your neighbors and local experts. The reinvention of farming through technology is not a distant dream. It is happening right now, in fields all over the world. It is time to get started. Go on, try it.